Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's September, which means for me, it is fall. And I want to tell you about my new book club. So, I've mentioned this on the last couple videos I've recorded, whether you've seen those or I've even posted them before I post this one, hard to say. But at the beginning of August, there was an event at a local movie theater here, The Little, where Rachel Harrison, who has written a number of books, but had one of her most recent books come out in paperback. So it was sort of like in promotion of that. So the book was Such Sharp Teeth. So she came to The Little and I facilitated the discussion with her. And then there was a screening of Ginger Snaps, the teen dramatic kind of werewolf movie. And so as we were doing that facilitated discussion, the Q&A as part of that event, I said to people like, oh, maybe we should have a horror book club. And there were several people like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm going to do it or whatever. And so I've been thinking about doing a book club for a while. And it seems like a lot of work. And also, what if I do it and nobody wants to do it with me? Like, it could be totally whatever. Anyways, I decided to just pull the trigger and do it. So I created a book club server on Discord. My plan is that there are channels to discuss. Really, it's a genre fiction / horror focused book club. So lit fic is probably not going to be discussed too much. And there are channels for talking about fantasy, sci-fi, and romance, which counts as genre fiction. And horror channels, as well as channels for talking about your current read and just general chat, you know, the usual. So come on over to the server and chat general genre fiction. The club, because it was inspired, or really the impetus for me creating the club, was the Ginger Snaps event. I am calling the book club Genre Snaps. And I have a super cute logo that local illustrator Megan Murphy created for me. It's so cute and expect it to be on basically everything I own from now on. Because it is a book club, I've picked a book to group read for September, October, November, and December. I'm going to try and do it a few months ahead of time so that people will know what's coming up, but they can also decide to join in the read or not. My goal is to have a Discord chat on the last Sunday of every month at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So a standard time when people will know to jump on for that chat, but people can chat about the book anytime they want. Every other month, what I'm going to do is let people know, like, I'm going to go and see this film, which is hopefully related to the book or something bookish, but maybe it won't be because who knows. And if anybody wants to join me at the Little Cafe at 6 o'clock and chat about the books we're reading, let's do that. And then I'm going to have a ticket to go and see the 7:30 / 8 o'clock show that's playing on that night. For October, that movie is Sweeney, Todd. It is playing as part of the Little's spooky season lineup. And if you check the Discord and you'll be able to see all the details, but you're also welcome to look at my Facebook. I'll also post it below, of course. Duh. This is this is YouTube. I can put stuff down below. And then I don't know the Little lineup for December, so I don't know. And it could be like that there's something awesome down at the theater. You know, that theater across from the diner, Jay's Diner in Henrietta. Like, maybe we meet there at 6 o'clock instead and then go to the movie across the street. Who knows? It's open, but every fourth Sunday at 6 p.m., I'll be on Discord ready to chat books, particularly horror books. And I will have read the book for the month. And if people want to talk about it, that's great. And if people want to jump on to talk about other things, that's fine too. So find the link where links live. So let me tell you about the books that I've chosen for the first season of Genre Snaps Book Club. They're right here. The first book we're going to read, again, this was inspired by an event with Rachel Harrison promoting her book, Such Sharp Teeth, which is a werewolf novel, and watching Ginger Snaps, which is a teen werewolf book movie. So during that conversation with her, I asked her what is some of her other favorite horror fiction. And the first book that she said was Mayfly by C.J. Lead. And so that's going to be our first book for Genre Snaps. And so let me read the description. So the blurb at the top, which is blurred by Stephen Graham Jones, who read No Good Indians. This is gory and brutal and beautiful and painful and terrifying and a pure delight. Okay, Stephen. By day, Mayfly works at the happiest place in the world as every child's favorite ice princess. By the neon glow of the Sunset Strip, Maeve haunts the dive bars with a drink in one hand and a book in the other, imitating her misanthropic literary heroes. But when Gideon Green, her best friend's brother, moves to town, he awakens something dangerous within her, and the world she knows suddenly shifts beneath her feet. Untethered, Maeve ditches her discontented act and tries on a new persona, a bolder, bloodier, inspired by the pages of American Psycho. Step aside, Patrick Bateman, it's Maeve's turn with a knife. Mayfly is a provocative and unforgettable debut that is both a blood-soaked love letter to LA and a gleeful send-up of iconic horror villains. Gruesome and glamorous. So that's going to be our first book for Genre Snaps, Mayfly by C.J. Lead. And then I'll go ahead and tell you about October's book as well. It is White Horse by Erica T. Worth. So we'll read this one, chat about it 4th Sunday at 6 o'clock. But the week before that, on Sunday, I'm going to be at the Little Cafe at 6 o'clock. I don't know, probably eating something. And if people want to come and talk about the book with me, you can. And then I'm going to go see Sweeney Todd for the 7:30 show. All right, here's the description. Some people are haunted in more ways than one. Woo! Heavy metal, ripped jeans, Stephen King novels, and the occasional beer at the White Horse has defined urban Indian Carrie James' life so far. But when her cousin Debbie finds an old family bracelet that once belonged to Carrie's mother, it inadvertently calls up both her mother's ghost and a monstrous entity. And Carrie's willful ignorance about her past is no longer sustainable. Haunted by visions of her mother and hunted by this mysterious creature, Carrie must find out what happened to her mother all those years ago. Her father, permanently disabled from a car crash, can't help her. Her auntie Squeaker seems to know something but isn't eager to give it all up at once. Debbie wants to help, but her controlling husband keeps getting in the way. Carrie's journey toward a truth long denied by both her family and law enforcement forces her to confront her dysfunctional relationships, thoughts about a friend she lost in childhood, and her desire for the one thing she's always wanted but could never have. So that's White Horse by Erica T. Worth. And we're going to read it for October, and we're going to pair it with Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street at the Little. I'm so excited about that. Just in case you want to know and don't want to have to look it up, November is going to be The Spite House by Johnny Compton. And December is going to be Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison. And a friend of mine has read this one and says it's pretty severe, gory, splatter horror. So just to be aware that I thought it was going to be like a fun one for the holiday season because of that, because of the graphics. And she's like, it is not. And I'm like, awesome. But it's also really small. I would also, of course, tell everybody, please check your trigger warnings. Don't read anything uncomfortable. So that's December. Haunted House for November. Haunted Life and Jewelry for October. plus Demon Barber Fleet Street. And Swip It. This one is for October. And then this one is for September. That kicks us off with an American Psycho style horror. Join me, won't you? Okay, catch you on the next one.